Dude, I just went to take a piss, right? And apparently there was a hair that was stuck on the head of my dick over the pee hole, and I didn't realize it until I went to pee.
Jesus
Sprayed
Christ.
fucking everywhere. Down my leg.
Bro, dude, why?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. But
So when I've
the
sat
good
down
news
to
is
take a
I peed the hair off, so we're good. Uh anyway, sorry.
no, when I've gone to the bathroom before and I've like had to poop real hard and I peed real hard, sometimes my penis comes up and it shoots between the toilet bowl and like and I'm like, oh man, I gotta redirect that thing. Like that's like a missile gone in the wrong direction.
Right.
That's like that is a heat-seeking stream
Dude, I used
that
to
should be better allocated to the southern portion of the target.
I for the long I sat down for the longest time because I had such bad kidney stones when I was in my early or mid 20s that um that I anytime I did pee it sprayed everywhere because my urethra had become so fucked up. Um
Mm.
so I've only just in the last couple of years been confident enough to start peeing standing up again, and then this fucking happens. So
Yeah, I mean, you might just want to go down for comfort. Like,
right.
just like this feels good.
My
Like,
problem is
yeah, let's sit down.
every time I sit down to pee, I end up taking a shit. I'm
Okay,
like,
so
as long
why
as I'm
is it
here,
you
you know.
always? So can I ask? These are the questions that need to be asked.
Right.
Why is it that whenever you go to shit, you pee, but why is it whenever you go to pee, you don't have to shit?
I don't know. You
Deep
do though.
thoughts by David
And
Steens. Isn't that the
anytime I
truth
sit
though?
down, that's true. But anytime I sit down to pee, I have to shit. It's like a reflex thing. So
And every time you have to shit, you have to pee.
right.
But every time you stand up to pee, you never really have to shit.
Yeah. I don't. It's true. I've had to fart though when I've had to pee before standing up. I don't trust it. Um,
How many times have you sharded yourself? That's a good question.
like this month or this year or in a lifetime.
Okay, so
Like,
like ever. I would say ever. Like, has it been a lot of times? That's a
yeah,
good question, I guess.
yeah.
It's been a
Like,
lot?
it's usually like once every couple of months I'll get a good one in. You know.
No.
Yeah, just fucking. I mean, whatever. Especially as I'm getting older now, and I'm like Donald Trump, man. I gotta have my fucking diaper. too much too much cocaine and Adderall used for me.
I need my depends.
Oh
At that
shit.
point, it's not depends, it's probablys. Like you should probably have probablys. It's not depends, it's probably gonna happen.
Right.
I've only sharded. I okay, so not to make this disgusting, I've only
No, that's all
sharded
right.
once in my life.
I don't believe that, but okay.
Once, and it was after running a marathon, and I felt like horrible because my parents took me out to like this really nice dinner at a
Right.
local restaurant here,
Uh-huh.
and I sat there and I was like, "Oh my god, I gotta fart," and I was like, "Well, I'll just. It seems like a quiet one. I'll just sneak it out." And then like I was like, "Oh no, that's not. No, I
I
can't
know.
sneak." And
Uh-uh.
I ran to the bathroom, but it already happened, and I was like, so I had to like put all the toilet paper. Like I was in a public place. Like I'm an adult. I'm a man.
Oh
And
my god.
I had to like buffer. Like I could have used the pens at that point. I could have or probablys,
Oh
whatever you want
shit.
to call them. I don't know. Please don't tell me this is going to see the light of day.
Oh, it's absolutely gonna see the light of day. What are you talking about? I remember the first time I shit myself. Uh,
Yeah, you were a baby, and
right.
that's
No,
cool.
like as someone old enough to know better, I was probably 7 or 8. No, yeah, I was in first grade. I remember I was in first grade.
No,
Yeah,
that's
and
traumatizing.
it's not okay. So here, my first grade teacher was a fucking bitch. She was the worst for a number of reasons, but I'll just tell you this story real quick. I I didn't have to go when everybody else was going. They always take you out for potty time or whatever, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. You
I
had
didn't
to
have to
wait in
go,
line.
right? And I didn't have to go then, so I was like, okay, I'm fine. Well, like half an hour, 45 minutes later, I'm like 7. You know what I mean? I don't know, right? I'm 6.5, 7 years old.
Right. Urges are different.
Urges
Yeah.
are different, right? So I raised my hand. Hey, Mrs. Coster, I'll bleep that out. Hey, Mrs. Coster, I I gotta go. She says, well, you should have gone when everybody else was going. I said, no, I really gotta go. Well, you should
Not
have
a cool
gone.
thing to say as a teach. Yeah.
Yeah, especially to yeah, again, a first grader. So I'm 7.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else to do. So I just sit there and then shit my pants because I didn't know what else to do. I'm supposed to respect authority, right?
Mm.
You know. So not only did I shit my pants in class, she saw me do it. I mean, she could see that I was trying not to, and then like whatever.
You're like,
I'm sitting in the back of the
it's
class.
like we're not doing math, John. It's recess.
I'm sitting in the back of the class. She walks around to the back of the class, and she starts sniffing like audibly
Oh
in front of the
no!
class. It smells like somebody pooped themselves over here. Was that anybody over here? Was that you? She asked
She's
the
out
person.
loud.
Oh yeah. She asked a couple different people, and then she comes to me. She said, "John, was that you?" And she of course knew it was. And,
Yeah.
yeah,
Don't ask
yeah,
questions you
right,
know the
right,
answers
right.
to.
All right. Well,
Teacher 101.
you need to go to the principal's office and get call your mom and get new pants and stuff. Like in front of the fucking class. Like, come on, you bitch.
Mm.
Um, dude, I did get my revenge on her later though because
Do you have sex with her?
I wish no um
Really?
no she no so
Call me duty pants now, Mrs. Whatever. Call me duty pants now.
turns out that was a
Right.
turn on for her. She was into some German shit. Um, no, I remember I
Hence,
was.
that's where the song Du Hast comes from. John's experience with his teacher. Du Hast. Du Hast meets my
I
pants. Yeah, right?
I was I remember another time it was during reading time, right? And I had Velcro shoes because I was as a first grade. I didn't know how to.
No, you can't. Okay, one, you can't say the R word.
Sorry, I was
Two, you were just not as advanced as other
as other
kids.
kids. I couldn't tie my shoes. I was not a very bright child. So um I yeah, that's right. Well, I forgot we're gonna publish this. Oops. Anyway, so
Bloopers! All right.
so I'm playing with the Velcro because I'm bored. I'm fucking ADD, whatever. And she said, and she got sick of it. She got so sick of it that she made me start taking off my shoes during reading time, so I wouldn't play with my shoes. So cut to like 2 or 3 months later, and this new girl comes in. She was, her name was Courtney, I think, something like that. She was,
Of course.
yeah, she
Yeah.
was beautiful, and I immediately have a crush on this girl. And so we get, she's a new girl, so we get to story time, and Mrs. Coster says, "All right, John, do you want to tell Courtney what we do? What happens if we play with our shoes during reading time?" She's just trying to embarrass me, right? Because she was a
Mm-hmm.
bitch. So I took my shoes off, skirt, skirt, undo the Velcro, take them off one by one, and I fucking chucked them at the teacher as hard as I could, dude. Because this is what happens, bitch. Fuck you.
Whack! Whack!
Anyway, my
That's
parents took me
awesome.
out of
And
that
Courtney
school after
was
that.
like, that's the bad boy I want in my life. That's the guy.
The one that can
That's the guy.
that has no fear of chucking his Velcro shoes.
She's like, he's so hot. So I actually had a guy in the military
Yeah,
when I was in basic training. So in basic training, you meet people from all walks of life, right? So
right,
it's like you can meet the poorest people in the world, you can meet the richest people in the world. It doesn't matter. In my training class, we had a guy who was the son of a 4-star general,
right.
which is crazy. Like that's really impressive.
Yeah,
And
that's
then we had this other kid who was from Kentucky, and like we were sitting there and we get boots, and you're supposed to tie your boots, and he was just like looking at his boots, and he's like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, what do you mean I don't know what to do? And he's like, well, I've only worn Velcro shoes. I'm like, he's 18. I'm
right.
like, your whole life? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, like, did you go to prom? He's like, what's prom? And I'm like, okay, so things are different in other parts of the world, right?
Right, right,
And so I'm just like, well, so there's a trick on your shoelaces, and they call them speed laces, where you tie the knot at the top, and
right.
then you
And then
just
use.
pull the other stuff out, and it becomes loose. And so I was teaching him that. I was teaching him how to tie his shoes. And everyone's like, he's such a R word. He's us this. He's us that. And he was really a very intelligent, smart kid. But
Mhm.
when it came to the friggin' firing range, and he
Right.
shot there, and he shot expert. And there's only like 3 dudes who shot expert. And it was him, me, and some other dude. And all these guys were like, this guy can't even tie his shoes. I'm like, but he can shoot the friggin' wings off a fly at 50 meters. So I'd
Right.
be careful what I say about that motherfucker.
Right. No
Like,
kidding.
like the dude knows how to operate the gun. Like, careful
That's
there,
yeah.
Sling Blade. He'll
That's
fucking work your ass out.
oh shit.